am Tiffany A. Hilliard of Dalton, Illinois.
This video will look at how to pronounce Chicago and Illinois.
Illinois.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let her talk.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You have 3 minutes. Go
Mr.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you just got to push the button.
No, I don't push the
There you go.
That's right, you do
It
it.
ought to be working.
Exactly.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Unask that seat.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for coming out. Before we get started, I'd like to say this to everyone in the room. Let's have some decorum. Let's be cool. Don't give them a reason to stop the meeting. Just keep that in your mind. Number one, I don't know. Where do I start?
Girl.
This is another sham. We all know it.
Ooh.
So we got to deal with it accordingly.
Ooh.
We have to be on one accord. I'm not speaking to the board. I'm not speaking to the people on the dais. I'm speaking to the residents. We're tired. Am I right?
I'm tired.
Then we've got to act like we're tired. We've got to take our village and our township back in that order. And we've got to get rid of the administration, the current administration, minus the people's trustees that are fighting for us. We've got to back them up. All of this talking in the grocery store lines and on the phone with each other, whatever you have to say tonight, say it. We deserve it. It is our village. This is our building. We can't park in the parking lot.
Child.
That's like Pete's or Mariano shutting down the parking lot. This is our village. And these things are only going to continue as long as we allow them. If I can't say anything else, I wish I wore my shirt tonight because Delgado unasked that seat. Have a good evening.
Is he here?
Call the next person.
Come on, gold Mike, gold suit, nails done, makeup done, spiders, makeup, weave. Hey, go girl.
Good evening, residents.
Hey, Miss Stubbs.
Good evening, my 4 fantastic trustees and Madam Clerk and my residents. Thank you all for coming out and showing out. This question is for the trustees, and I know you can answer it if you like. Do you ever are the trustees ever allowed to put anything on the agenda? No.
No.
And I would like to know why.
Why?
Because they are entitled to put things on the agenda. As a former trustee, that's unheard of for them not being allowed to put anything on the agenda. My next question is, I saw it with my own eyes, Keith Price pulling into the parking lot and the residents couldn't park in there, and this is our building.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with that.
Where's this big ass at?
This is for the mayor. Per our last conversation at Dunkin' Donuts, you asked me, could you talk to me? I allowed you to talk to me. And Madam Clerk, I want it on record today that Tiffany Hilliard can never, ever, as long as she stay black, approach me and ask, can she talk to me, because all she do is lie. And she know what I'm talking about.
Your mom, her mom?
And I would like to know why
her mom had her.
You have non-employees that does not work for the village sitting behind the counter where all the residents' personal information is.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they allowed to sit back there?
Why?
Again, because this is not the first time. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Stubbs. We appreciate you. Not as long as you stay black, Tiff. Shout out to No T. Thank you, hon. I missed this one. He said the boss of all bosses, Big Tiff. Appreciate your support, everyone. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Good evening.
Go, girl.
It's looking a little light up there where all the department heads is at. The little financial lady, she done ran.
Who missing?
But again, I think it's so horrible that this mayor will use her police department to block all the parking spaces. So the elderly and the handicapped people have to walk a block to get to this meeting. Oh my God.
A sin.
I'm sure you're proud of yourself, Tiffany. You're very proud. I just think you can end, I know you can end this if you would just be transparent. All the facts is out about you. Everybody knows everything about you, what you've done. And for some of you trustees is riding, Mr. Stan riding the bike, you're going to ride it all the way to the federal penitentiary with this woman. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're too old to be going to jail, man. You got more years in back of you than in front of you. But, you know, hey, that's what you want to do. And Andrew, oh my God, you look horrible. You look like you're dying. You really do. But like I said, even the lawyers that sit up there with you, they're not telling you the right thing. And that's awful. Are you willing to lose your license by not telling this woman the correct thing to do up there?
Yes.
Did you tell her it was okay to block the parking lots off from the citizens? And you're a lawyer?
Don't cry.
That's crazy. Y'all gonna lose y'all license doing that type of stuff. We need transparency. We want to know where our money is at. We need that. And the scary thing about it, you really don't care. You're not going to understand until they put those cuffs on you.
She doesn't.
You're not going to understand it. You don't care.
She doesn't.
But baby, they on to you. It's coming. It's coming, and they taking their time because they going to make sure all those counts, they going to have a bunch of counts on you in your administration.
More than done.
And I'm going to tell you something, Stan Brown and Andrew Holmes, co-conspirators, being a co-conspirator is real. You can do some time too getting caught up in this mess. And you are. And I think the only reason why a lot of you all are just so on her team so hard because you've done something. You've taken money. You've done something.
Yeah, girl.
So again, keep riding the bike because you're going straight to the federal penitentiary, Mr. Stan Brown. And Andrew Holmes, you already know where you're going. You done. You done. Thank you, everybody.
All right, call the next person.
See, she don't care. Keep it going. She got Michael Jackson news today. What's going on? Is that the white man that usually is?
Good evening.
Hey, girl.
Almost everyone.
Hey, girl.
Everyone except 4 people. I'm going to name them. Trustee Holmes, Dan Brown, William Moore, Chief Lacey. Let me start by saying, Tiffany, you need an epiphany. And I'm going to break that down because I know you don't know what it means. But what I mean by that, a lot of people, when they do things, even myself, sometimes when you're going through the motions, you don't really understand the depth of what you're doing or maybe how wrong it is. But when you have that epiphany, then you say to yourself, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Or maybe I should have done this. Or maybe I should have said that. You don't do that.
She doesn't.
You double down on wrongness.
Yep.
And I don't understand that. You have a team of elitists, well, 4, in front of, on your board of trustees. Me and any normal human being would be trying to learn everything that they can. You have experts in their field on your board, and you deny them the opportunity to apply their expertise. But at the same time, even at the township meeting, you want to double down on Robert Hunt's ability. He's a CPA, but he's also helping you hide your financial crimes, which is something that Jason House, Trustee Jason House, Senior Trustee Jason House, and Trustee Kiana Belcher will not do. And that's why you give them such slack. It's a shame that Trustee Kiana Belcher's picture is still in front of her. I mean, come on, Tiffany, grow up. I mean, for real. You know,
she ain't.
You always say, I grew here. Yeah, I flew here. But the difference is they were raised, not just brought up. Some people are just brought up, okay? And there's a big difference in being raised and being brought up. And if you were raised correctly, you wouldn't speak to your elders, your colleagues, your fellow administration the way that you do. It almost brings me to tears sometimes the way you talk to Clerk Key, and she's excellent at what she does. You need to be learning from her instead of trying to strip her responsibilities. And I know that I'm resonating because every time someone resonates, you look away. So I know that I'm doing that. But let me also say before I run out of time. Okay, I'm looking at the time. Lori, former Mayor Lori Lightfoot, please look into Chief Lacey because what he did with Jedediah Brown and that lie he told in that false police report, which her cronies co-signed. And not only, let me just add this because this was priceless. It was said, her crony was like, yeah, we was trying to sneak Doritos into the movie theater and don't y'all make six figures? Both of you, what are you doing sneaking Doritos into the movie theater? Make it make sense. I mean, for real, that's just ridiculous. But please,
Ma'am, your time is up.
okay, I know you're gonna get mad.
Time is up.
The time is up. That was a long time.
Okay, if you don't calm down, I'm going to clear the room. Okay, last time I'm gonna say it.
You're gonna say it again. You're gonna say it again. Stop this. Stop this. Not Timu Aretha CIP. What's wrong with this oppressor? Get up, girl.
Set the clock again. Reset the clock, please.
Reset that clock. He won all his seconds.
Go ahead.
Greetings to all the law-abiding citizens who just happen to be surrounded by the police force for reasons that we haven't been able to figure out. I'd also like to welcome a certain trustee we haven't seen in a few weeks actually, because of various escapades in Las Vegas. And I'd also like to return all the sneers and the derision that nearly everyone has come up to this podium to discuss village business has received from the mayor, from the village administrator, from the $1 million lawyer who's not here today, I guess, and for our lying police chief.
Woo!
I say that because I was actually escorted from the building a few months ago from him. He said we were going to talk about it outside. And in typical lying fashion, he locked the door behind me.
Typical
which
lying
is why
fashion.
A lot of people know you're a liar. A lot of you, that whole group up there on that upper podium, with a couple of exceptions, are basically liars. We have a situation that this never would have happened had they responded to us when she first came into office. We would go up there and respectfully ask questions, and she would ignore us, or they would ignore us. They would not do that in Highland Park, and where our village administrator comes from, out there in wherever, in Orland Park and places like that. This would never happen. But we get treated like dirt because they think they can get away with it. That was interesting. Anyway, getting back to it, we didn't have to be here. Every subpoena that was issued are things that we, the citizens, have asked for years now. The trustees have asked for them. The clerk has asked for assistance in providing these services to us, but they were blocked at every turn from those worthless individuals that sit in judgment of the rest of us. And this is not the way it's supposed to be. Now, you can sit there and look at your little paper or whatever, but you know they're coming for you. And I'm looking forward to it. I am definitely looking forward to that. And at least we have an audio system. I saw what they did in Thornton Township. Only one person gets a working microphone, really, a golden microphone. How much narcissism can you stand? Jeez. And if the shoe fits, slip into the red bottom slippers and prance off into the sunset. Because we have had enough of you and your administration. And I have 12 seconds left, and I'm using every damn one of them.
Go ahead.
9, 8, 7, 6,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
One.
Next name.
She gonna wait to get him. You so disrespectful. You disrespectful bitch. Damn.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Vivian.
Hey, Viv.
Just wanted to just say a little speech because I know that Tiffany doesn't listen anyway. So
She doesn't.
I know she's listening or she'll watch this. May 31st, I learned just how much corruption existed in Thornton Township. I went to the meeting. It was supposed to be a big resource for everybody. However, out of the 17 municipalities, nobody received what they're supposed to get fairly. We were infiltrated and almost drained by the mayor, supervisor, unqualified Tiffany Hinyard. And I'm just saying, as a taxpayer, I was asked to leave the public meeting. My First Amendment rights was violated because I asked a question for clarification for something that was in a budget that we, the taxpayers, did not approve. Violating my First Amendment rights was not right, Tiffany, but I know how you are. I know you don't care. It's just sad that people can only do public comment for 3 minutes. We can never, ever get answers to our questions.
Nope.
So it don't matter how many questions that we ask you, you never, ever answer the questions.
Nope.
So this is why we have to educate ourselves. That's your word, right? Educate yourselves. Well, this is why we have to educate ourselves.
Research.
It is a shame that we, the public, can't ask you anything about the BMWs, the Range Rovers, all of that. It's like you're keeping all of that hidden from the taxpayers, and we paid for those. Even if y'all didn't buy them, like Robert Hunt said, we know y'all leased them. So there's a difference between buying and leasing. However, Tiffany, I just pray that your mama had cancer. I really know that you swindled that money from that cancer foundation. And that was supposed to help the community, myself included. You promised us wigs, you promised us toiletries, you promised us other stuff that would be able to help. I just spent over $100 this week because I have vitiligo, which I found out that I have after I finished my radiation treatment. And guess what? Do you care to help anybody that have cancer or that's actually suffering from cancer and that's actually completed that radiation in this community?
That's her mom.
But no, all you care about is the money that you're putting into your pockets. You're not even going to talk about the violations that you had at that meeting. And at this meeting, you always want somebody to just be quiet and like you're a dictator. You're not a dictator. You're supposed to be our mayor, but you're not qualified enough to be the mayor. This is why we have to stand outside. This is why you don't have the disabled come in first. You don't care about us. And I'm truly disabled, but that's something that you don't care about. Instead of y'all doing stuff for the township and the youth, maybe y'all need a program for disabled, because understand that just because y'all think that the elderly are the ones that need help, so do the disabled. We sit in the house all day. We struggle. We have depression. We have other things that we go through. Do you care about that? Of course not. All you care about is the money that you're trying to take from us residents. We're tired of you stealing.
Ma'am, your time is up.
Of course it is. No, thank you.
All right, next person.
Hey, Christian.
You should have went in more on her mama. Ain't there something going on with Fiji water, y'all?
Good evening, residents.
Come on, Mimo.
Fellow residents. So glad to see you. Hopefully you will be here all the time. Talk to your neighbors, bring them, and all of that. What I have to say, first of all, the mayor, the administrator, both are busy doing other things while we're speaking. I've always been told if someone is speaking, you should pay attention. I understand that you hear with your ears, but you still give respect with eye contact. At least the person feels like that you're listening. The information, the situation or whatever that I have to discuss is the procedures or way that we're treated as residents when we come to a village meeting. This is a village meeting where we're supposed to be able to get information, maybe what's going on in the village, share information with our residents, maybe that they're not aware of. But we're standing out in line. If there is, which I see this sign posted, I don't know if it's been there all the time or not, but the point just to refresh our memories or to enlighten us or whatever, or educate us, then put it on the door where the agenda is to let us know that there is an occupancy quota or whatever. How do we know that? Yes, it's here inside. I go along with that. But just a refresher or whatever, post it so we know. And before, if there was or is an occupancy or quota or whatever, in the past, we've had standing room only. And in the future, if it is a capacity of 43 seated people, then it may be a possibility that we need to look elsewhere so that we can have enough space for our residents. Even though none of our concerns or anything is addressed, it's just recorded or whatever, because the people that make the rules or address to the rules are busy talking between themselves, writing and whatever.
Rude.
So residents, stay focused, pay attention. And all of these, quote, lies or whatever, that's funny that there's documentation. One of our trustees even brought to our attention with a copy of the statement and asked, did anyone want to see it? So how can you lie with something that's in
Ma'am, your
writing?
time is up.
Thank you.
All right, next person.
This bitch don't even say thank you or nothing. All right, next person. All right, next person. Whoo, Lord, it could not be me, child. No respect whatsoever. But she care about the seniors, y'all.
How you doing, Mayor?
Come on, Rico Suave.
Mr. Brown, Mr. Freeman.
Who's Mr. Brown? Okay.
Mr. Holmes.
And
you made a promise.
Keith.
This is a selfish mission down on.
You drunk?
145-46. I see the news media here. Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 7, Channel 9.
Yep.
Come to this address and look and see the deplorable conditions that Dalton let this house get into.
Your coloreds.
This house has been vacant for 6 years. I've been here. The mayor promised me that she was going to take care of it.
Pinky swear?
Now, 6 years, you can't do nothing with the house. Now, I'm chasing people out of the house. Okay? Now, I'm maintaining the front. I'm not going to cut the grass in the back. The weeds as tall as this podium. What am I paying my taxes for?
Child.
Mr. Holmes, Mr. Brown, you came to me and you asked me for a favor. You needed a signature. If I see you at my house again, you know who's got coming. You told me you was going to do something. My name is Cooper. I don't forget. I don't forget.
Just say it.
You told me you was going to do something. You didn't. Mayor, you told me you was going to do something. You have not done it. You have not lived up to your promise. Mr. Freeman, you have told me something. You can write all you want. But every year I have to come and fight to get somebody to maintain this house. There's a guy that wants to buy this house, and you're blocking it.
Of course.
Put money down. The house has been vacant. Now, I advise everybody to come to 145-46 Shepherd Drive. And you look at this property. Now, would you want to live next to this? Mayor, where you live at? Mr. Freeman, where you live at? Mr. Brown, Mr. Holmes. Well, we know where you're going to live at. You're wrong. You're wrong. Everybody got complaints, but I'm telling you, time is catching up on all of us. Time is definitely going to catch up on you. Now, and coming to this meeting today, I haven't been here in 5 years. This is totally so disrespectful.
Ghetto.
So disrespectful. You mean to tell me you clowns couldn't get together and buy a case of water and put it in a cooler and give it to people?
Nope.
This is so wrong. This is so cruel. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. What are we paying our taxes for? Y'all think this is a joke?
Yeah.
This is not no joke. I'm tired. I'm fed up.
I'm tired.
I invite Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 7,
all the channels,
Channel 9, Channel 32
to come interview.
Everybody come to 145-46 Shepherd Drive. Find out where the mayor lives. Find out where Mr. Brown lives. Find out where Mr. Freeman lives.
So your time is up.
All right.
Did he just give out the mayor's address?
Right, next person. Yep, you're welcome. Next person.
You coloreds. I can't. Just wasting people's time. She probably don't even live there. Uh-oh.
Good evening. Good evening. Residents, Board of Trustees, Mayor, I want to say to the cops, to the rank and file soldiers, I have a lot of respect for y'all. But that clown for y'all, that damn chief of police, to try to put me out for nothing, to have me walk out, to try to get me out for what? For what? This is the type of stuff that we dealing with. Black people didn't sacrifice for us to get leadership and act like this. You didn't go through years of Jim Crow segregation for us to get into this political position and treat other Black people like this. This is when we dealing with this terrible administration to try to put me out. I'm struggling with my left leg, with my MS, but I'm here. This has to stop. This has to stop. We got a clean house. We got to vote all of them out. All of them out. Stan Brown, Andrew Holmes don't say nothing. Nothing. Y'all sit up there quiet. What do they have on you? Y'all don't have no freedom to speak? Do you have any nuts? Anything? I'm sad. I'm sick and tired to hear them try to put me out. To try to like, hey, let me talk to you outside. And we go. I respect the cops, the rank and file soldiers who helped me, who said, no, you ain't gonna do this. But this, how much money has Chief Lacey cost his village? How much money? How many lawsuits? How many bad things?
Let them talk.
How many bad things has this chief done? And the fact that she got him the top cop. This has to change, residents. It's going to change the unity of the people of Dalton. That's how we change this. We got to vote her out, period. If you don't know your block, if you don't know your neighbors, come to the Dalton Trustees YouTube page, come to the Tea with the Trustees. That's how we change this. It's a mess. I can't believe this man tried to put me out. She tried to joke and try to cook me. I tried to shake his hand. No, he didn't want to shake my hand. You should be ashamed of yourself, Lacey. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's all I want to say.
You should have counted down the rest of that time.
Quiet, please.
All right.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a Black woman that's in power.
Mayor, you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Delgado, unasked that seat. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat.
To express my deepest gratitude to Tiffany Henya and her team for their commendable efforts to better our community.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What did your dumb ass say it?